Today we're going to be fixing this E01 F09 error on a Maytag front-loading washing machine. It's a general code that means the washer can't drain. Sometimes it's as simple as a clogged filter, other times it will require a more involved repair, but let's get this thing back to doing this. Oh yeah, we are so back in business. The first issue you're going to have to deal with is getting the water out of the drum. Otherwise, the front door will remain locked and it won't matter how many times you cycle power. The only way off the top of my head I could think of to do this was to use my wet dry vac to suck it out via the drain hose. And that seemed to work pretty well. Got about 4 gallons. A follow-up round yielded very little additional water, so I was confident the drum was pretty empty. After that, I plugged it in, and unlike previous power cycles, this time the door unlocked. Alright, so again, where we're at is I got the water drained with the shop vac, finally got the door unlocked by doing that, took off this back panel, which was about 15 screws, and now if we come down here, let me get my light actually. Alright, if we come down here, and we look inside here, we're going to see this thing right here. That's the filter for the drain pump. So I'm going to try and unclog that, and I'm assuming there's going to be a bunch of disgusting stuff in there. Yeah. It's pretty hard to turn. There we go. It's actually pretty hard to turn, although at a pretty awkward angle. Whoa. Okay, that's actually not as bad as I was thinking. Alright, so that's what it's looking like. Inside there was apparently a drill bit, hair tie, or random other things. So I'll get all that cleaned up, put back together, and then run it again. Hopefully that's it. The other alternative, if this wasn't it, which now I'm thinking it might not be because it doesn't really look that clogged, is the actual drainage pump might need to be replaced. So unfortunately that didn't work. So next step now is to just replace the drain pump itself. Luckily I found it on Amazon for like under $50. So I'm gonna order that up and we'll get that installed. So while we're waiting on that new drain pump to arrive, we can get the old one removed. Start by removing the lower hose connection. You'll need a pair of pliers, otherwise it just slips off. Then we've got a power connector that just pulls straight out. And next, we've got 4 screws holding the motor in place. They're a little awkward to remove as we're working in such tight quarters. The one thing you definitely don't want to do is tilt the washer forward and lay it on its front. These front-loading drums are heavily weighted and you'll likely cause damage attempting it that way. So as much as it's a hassle, make sure you keep the washer upright for this, which means you'll need some type of 90-degree driving device. I'm using my cordless ratchet. A manual one would obviously also work, as would a 90-degree adapter for your drill. Then it's a little wiggle and tug and it should drop right out. While I was working on that, my new motor arrived. I'll make sure to drop a link below to the one I used. Side by side, and I can't really tell any difference between this one and the one supplied by Maytag. Only external clue is via the label. The factory OEM one came from Hanyu, whereas the replacement one has no brand name. The one I purchased claimed to be OEM, and as we know, many made in China products come off the same assembly line and are then sold under many different brand names, so who knows. I then attempted to mount it and hit a little snag. It's a tight fit and that rubber gasket really didn't want to slide into place. No worries though, a little spray lubricant should help. Be really careful here as many aerosol lubricants can damage rubber. This silicone one from Blaster specifically mentions it's rubber safe, which was further confirmed on the manufacturer's FAQ page. And now with my properly lubed gasket, the motor slid right up there. Also, just a suggestion, but don't attempt to force it up there using the mounting screws. I know that's tempting, but you're just as likely to snap off the mounting tabs. Make sure that the gasket easily slides in on its own before mechanically reattaching. Now it's just firing those 4 mounting bolts back in, reinstalling the lower drain hose, and reconnecting power. Time for a little test cycle action. Nice. And so we completed the first wash cycle there, and now do you hear that? Hear that beautiful drain pump running? I think we're back in business, guys. Oh yeah, that's looking great. Nice. All right, so now that I've got confirmation it is properly draining and I think our issue is solved, I went ahead and paused it because I don't want it to do a full spin without that back piece back put on, because I know that adds kind of a lot of like rigidity to the machine. So I'm gonna go ahead and intra-cycle here, replace the back panel, and call this project done. As everything appears to be working as expected, I'm going to reinstall the back cover. Pretty easy, about a dozen sheet metal screws. Oh yeah, we are so back in business. A couple of final thoughts here because I didn't show it earlier, but if you are moving washers and dryers, grab yourself a set of appliance sliders. I live all alone, so oftentimes it's just up to me to move things like this. They're really cheap and make life easier. Dryers aren't too heavy, but front-load washers weigh a couple 100 pounds empty. They look like this and just go under the sticky rubber feet. And then I did have one more thing to show you, totally unnecessary, but I wanted to satisfy my curiosity. I was wondering if there was an obvious reason the OEM pump failed in the first place, and sure enough, there was this little piece of metal caught in the impeller. Don't even know what it is. It's like a nail without a head. Inside of the housing looks pretty chewed up, so it was probably churning around in there for a while before finally getting stuck. So that's all I got for you. If you were getting the E01 F09 error on your Maytag front loader, check the drain pump filter. If that doesn't work, check the drain pump impeller for obstructions. And if that doesn't work, go ahead and replace it. It's not hard, not expensive, just a bit awkward.